What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we are going to be showcasing the Rainbow LR Gamma 1 and 2 over here. So, of course, the first thing we want to do is give them the Rainbow, the final orb here, rainbow them out, and get that nice little sheen effect. And the build that I went with them, actually, is I went 15 additional, 11 dodge, and I put no crit on them because they get crit in basically their passive. So there's almost no point to putting any crit on here. Like, legitimately, once you get Gamma 1 out after the standby skill and you get Gamma 1, there's legitimately no point in having crit, because as long as you get 5 orbs, they'll 100% crit. So going with an additional and dodge build, I think, is going to be the way to go for this unit. And let's run them in a couple events and see how well they're going to perform. All right, so we are here in our first event. So we are going to be taking on the new Super Saiyan Blue Evolution like spectacle battle that we have. It's one of the new events that we got here during the 9th year anniversary. I figured it'd probably be a pretty good place to bring the Gammas. We can see how good they're going to be defensively, see how much damage we're going to be able to do with them. Of course, you know, we had to bring Beast Gohan on the team because he's on the superheroes lead. So, you know, anytime we get a chance to actually bring this man on the team, you know, we almost have to, right? But of course, it is going to be the Gamma showcase, so we'll try to we'll try to keep Gohan off of as many of these fights as we actually can. But the next rotation we'll have the Gamma 1 and 2, and we'll have them linked up with Gamma 1, and we'll have a little bit of support because we do have Pan on the team. So she does support the superheroes category. So we'll see how we'll see what kind of damage we can do with them. We'll see what kind of we'll see how good defensively they're going to be, and you know, just overall how well are these units. Can we dodge this? Oh, we did. Oh, it was actually his I thought we dodged. I forgot that he's got the like counter essentially. So, and then we got this Krillin 18. They're actually a pretty good support unit for the superheroes, especially with like their dodging and everything that's built in. I pretty much built them like full dodge, so I figured that's probably the way to go. All right, so here we are. So this is the friend. So it's not even mine. We definitely got to get mine on rotation because I do have mine full link level 10, rainbowed out and everything, and then the build that I have on mine is probably way different than what they have on theirs. Okay, so we went with kind of similar builds. They went 20 additional, 10 dodge. I know I went a lot more. I went way more additional and way more dodge. So here's the one thing with these Gamma 1 and 2s here. So they need STR or AGL orbs, which if you get that, you get a plus 12% chance of crit and to perform a additional attack that has a great chance to become a super per AGL or STR orb that we collect. However, you get a chance to perform a crit plus 30% and perform an additional super per int key sphere obtained. So unfortunately, there's no int key sphere, so we have to pick up all those AGL ones. So here we go in turn 1, slot 1, we're at 515k defense, and that is with Pan on rotation. So we do have Pan supporting here. And then they also do support because they also are a 50% attack and defense and 3 key superheroes, joint forces, and defenders of justice category allies support unit. So they are pretty much like pretty much a must-run unit on a superheroes team. Like, it doesn't matter if you're bringing It doesn't matter if you're going to be bringing Beast Gohan's team, if you're going to bring Piccolo as your leader. If you have this unit and you can run them on the superheroes team, you may as well, because they're going to be supporting the entire team. And there's almost no way that you wouldn't not want to run them, because they're good defensively. They're pretty good offensively. The only thing I'm worried about here is Pan. I mean, she is a little bit of an older unit. I hope the dodge kicks in. Please kick in. Okay, or don't. The thing with this Pan, man, she has cost me so many fights and so many of these like showcase runs that I just have to keep going back in and trying again because of Pan. But we'll hop back in here. We'll try it again with the same team, because I feel like, you know, I feel like that was kind of like a fluke run just because of Pan. Okay, so we have Pan in slot 7, so that's actually better. She can be off rotation this time. Is this my Gammas? This is my Gammas. Okay, perfect. It's actually good. So I have my Gammas here, slot 1. We got full link level 10s here. So the only link we don't have active at the moment is just the legendary power, because we don't have any LRs on here other than Beast Gohan. So we're sitting at 470k defense. We got a couple, there's a couple int orbs we can get right there, so we may as well get those. So yeah, I mean, attack wise, I think we're gonna be pretty good here. Plus we are getting support from Krillin and Android 18 as well. Alright, so how much damage is this gonna do to us? Wow. Okay, so even in slot 1, they take some damage. Pretty super. I mean, that, you know, that's good to know, because you would assume that they'd be a lot tankier, but I'm guessing in just like their base form, it looks like they can get caught. They can take some damage. This is actually a terrible rotation right here. Yeah, like this might be one of the worst rotations ever. But let's see this. You know what? I'm curious. So we had the run that we had the last time. You know, we got supered right away in slot 1. That was before we supered. So let's see how good their defense is going to be after we super, though. So I'm sure Vegito will probably attack us in that slot 1. Now, damage wise, you know, right now it's nothing to write home about, and of course it's because we don't have like any links active. I think we may have what, like Fierce Battle maybe, or yeah, we might just have like just Fierce Battle active. How much is this gonna do? Okay, so we basically tank for double digits post super, but before they super, it looks, I mean, they can get caught. And I mean, you know, obviously that was evident with the last rotation, or the last fight that we tried. But we definitely do want to get both of these Gammas linked up with at least either Gamma 1 or Gamma 2, because that's when all of their links are going to be active, and that's when we can do, you know, as much damage as possible. So we got Gamma, let's see, so we got Gamma 1 and 2 here. They're going to be going off rotation, so we'll keep this Gamma on rotation. Let's do this. Let's throw Beast Gohan. It's weird as it is to say. Let's throw Beast Gohan off rotation. He can kind of tank all those hits in the back there, but I want this Gamma to at least start building up a little bit, just because obviously he needs to get hit quite a lot in order to like fully build up. So we'll get a couple supers in with him, get him get him kind of smacked around a little bit, get him built up, and then just kind of prepare him for when the friend Gamma 1 and 2 come back around. Now, next rotation, we'll have Gamma 2. We'll have Gamma 2 on rotation with mine, so we'll be able to get the 6. We'll be able to get 6 out of 7 links active, and then we can really see how much damage we can do to this Vegeta here. So honestly, you know, Beast Gohan with probably only like 1 link active, still a 10 million attack stat, you know, and that's like not after, see, like right there after he gets hit is when he builds up. But even right here, we're gonna take nothing, right? Yeah, we're taking nothing. The defensive wall of Dokkan is right here. Okay, so here's what we do. We really want to actually put them in the standby phase. So let me do this. Let's go ahead and get the animations in here for them going into standby. All right, so the one thing you definitely do want to do is get them into their standby as fast as possible, because once they enter the standby, they get Ki +6, attack and defense plus 250%, and they get 50% damage reduction. And then on top of that, they get an additional attack and defense plus 50% after attacking, and then they're also still supporting the rotation. You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me reset that real quick. I did not mean to grab those orbs. So we're back here. Obviously, I kind of misclicked, so did not mean to do that. But yeah, so the Gamma 1 and 2 here in their standby, they are still supporting the whole rotation. They get a chance to perform a crit plus 30%, and they perform additional super attacks up to twice per turn per int key sphere obtained. So we want to get these 3 over here to the right because that increases our chances of getting multiple supers in. So right here we're sitting at 502k defense, plus we have plus we got the 50% damage reduction as well. So that is where the big key is going to be, is the fact that we have that we have the damage reduction, plus we are getting support from Pan as well. So we're 17 million. Okay, 17 million, plus we have like a 90% chance to crit into an 11 million. So yeah, I would say so once they go into the standby, you want to get them into their standby like as soon as you can. Like it's almost like you almost have to. You have to do whatever you can to get them into the standby phase. All right, I need Gamma 2 here to really pop off for me, just so we can get through this phase, and then get the other so we can get the other one out here. Because honestly, my biggest thing is I don't trust Pan, and I feel like she's gonna throw this fight for us. Which, I mean, I hope she doesn't. I hope Gamma 2 can you get a crit? Come on, Gamma 2, give me a crit right here. Give me a crit. Let's get through this phase. Yeah. Okay, at least we get through the phase. That's what I cared about. Okay. So let's see, we got the friend here. The friend's a 792k defense. Man, I really, you know what? I think I'll keep it like this. So the only thing is we can only get 1 orb here, but we can get multiple AGL orbs. I think we're gonna go with the AGL orbs this time. Yeah, we're sitting at 792k defense here. We'll leave this Gamma right here. uh, just because we need him to take all those hits for us. So I think defensively we should be okay here. Yeah, especially after we super, we're definitely going to be good. And then when we come back around the next turn, we'll be able to drop the core breaker. Now the thing is the core breaker actually charges per attack that you do. So it is, yeah, so so you can activate it when you do basically get a charge count of 1 or more. And the effect that it has is it temporarily raises the attack by 100% per charge count and causes super ultimate damage, stuns the enemy for 1 turn, and exchanges with Gamma 1. So this is why I said you want units basically that can do a lot of damage. Is going to be your biggest thing. Is you definitely want to make sure that you get some units on the team that are going to do multiple supers to build up that charge count. Wow, we actually tanked that fairly well. Thankfully, you know, we had 6 links up, so we had 6 out of 7 links plus all those extra hits that we took right there. Definitely saved us, is the best way to put it. You know what, Beast Gohan, we're just gonna throw you off rotation. So right here, I mean, we're sitting at 470k defense. I guess if we put Gamma 1 up front, it probably wouldn't be too terrible either. But here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna drop the core breaker on him. So is this perfect? So we're gonna get the active in here, and then we're gonna swap to Gamma 1. I mean, we just did 32 million damage right there. 32 million damage is what we just dropped. So if we put him here in the middle, we'll have all 7 links active with legendary power. But I don't want to do that because I don't want Gamma 2 to get all the hits here. So now that we have Gamma 1 out, he gets 3 key attack and defense 150%, reduces damage received by 15%. So that's the first part of his damage reduction. He gets an additional key plus 3 attack and defense 150%, reduces damage received by 15% if HP is 30% or higher, which we have now. So that's 30% damage reduction now. He gets the additional attack and defense plus 50% when attacking. Still supports the superheroes, Joint Forces, Defenders of Justice. He automatically performs an additional super, so that's guaranteed to be in there. Change all AGL key spheres to int. And he gets a chance to perform a crit plus 20% with a max of 100%. And reduce damage received by an additional 10% up to 50% per int or STR key sphere obtained. So right here, I mean, we have 8 int orbs that we're gonna get. So right here, we're gonna get the additional 50% damage reduction and a max of 100% chance to crit right here. So right here, we have 80% damage reduction, 100% chance to crit. We just fully healed, basically. And we just dropped the core breaker. So let's see what kind of damage this is gonna do. 18.3 million. So there was a little bug that was going on where it kept the charge count, I believe, like the effects of the super attack after you did the core breaker. But they ended up fixing it, because otherwise that probably would have been like a 80 million attack stat, and that would have been a very broken unit. But yeah, I mean, the Gammas, I would say, are a very good unit. They can get caught, obviously, slot 1. Like, when they're in their base form, they can definitely get hit. And if they take a super, like in slot 1, you're probably going to die more than likely. But if you can avoid getting supered in slot 1, then, and you can get them out to like their standby phase, that's when they're going to be a lot better. But let's run them in another fight here real quick, and let's see how good they can do in maybe like one of these newer red zone fights. All right, so we are now here in the Super Memorial Battle versus Gogeta. So I figured I'd bring him into a little bit of a harder fight, and I'm very curious to see how they're going to actually perform here, where the enemy hits a lot harder. So this Gogeta definitely hits much harder than the Evolution Blue Vegeta does. So granted, we didn't get supered or anything like that by him in that very last like good run that we had. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna hold up here in this fight. So of course we got one in slot 7, and then we have the other one in the second rotation. So we got to kind of play this off right now. So we'll just kind of get through this phase here. Oh no, I'm sorry. They're both in slot, or they're both in the second rotation. So we'll throw one of them off, get them over here linked up with Gamma 1, and then we'll throw Gamma 2 off rotation and get him on rotation with the other one. Which one do we want? I guess we'll throw mine off rotation. So the friend is sitting over here at 407k defense. So here's, again, this is the one thing that you're gonna maybe run into, is having to get the int orbs. Now granted, you can get AGL or STR, yes, but the int orbs are actually better because they guarantee you do an additional super, plus you get plus 30% crit chance instead of 12%. But I mean, this is probably the best we're gonna get, is just these 2 AGL orbs. So I mean, this is kind of how we have to run it. And again, right here, so we can get the 1 or we can get the 2 here. Let's just go ahead and get these, you know? I mean, we have multiple options, but I think this might be the option to go with. So yeah, I mean, there's a significant difference in like the damage that they do when they're linked up with either Gamma 1 or 2, or if they're linked up with anybody else. Because a lot of their links, I mean, they have Android Assault, Red Ribbon Army, Shocking Speed, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. And pretty much all of those are like Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 links. So you want to run them essentially with Gamma 1 or Gamma 2. Otherwise, I mean, at most you're probably going to get maybe Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power if you run them with almost anybody else. Like, I'm pretty sure that's all they're getting with this Gogeta right here. So yeah, so the next rotation, we'll just kind of go through that one as quick as we can, because we do have just the Gamma 1 and 2 here. Oh, and then we do have the Beast Gohan. So we brought him along. I guess, you know, well, we're gonna throw Gamma 2 off regardless, so we'll just put Beast right here in slot 1. Gamma, you can get those, and I kind of want to, I guess we'll just get rid of all of these right here and get as many like AGL orbs at least as we can. All right, so we're getting supered in slot 1 here. Beast Gohan's in here taking nothing. It's, I mean, it's nutty to say, but superheroes actually became the best category in Dokkan just with this anniversary. And we're not even done. Like, part 2 just started. We still have so many more EZAs. I mean, we still have the EZA for AGL, MUI Goku, the Int Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. I mean, we still have their EZAs pretty much guaranteed in part 3. The new Beerus LR, you know, he'll get his, you know, the free-to-play Beerus, he'll get his EZA. And hell, who knows, they might even surprise us with a couple more EZAs from superheroes category teams. So I'm curious to see how else they're going to make this team even better. Because as of right now, I mean, you could pretty much take, I mean, granted, you could take basically a double Beast Gohan lead into any event, and he's just going to wipe the floor with everybody. And these Gammas, I mean, you put them on the team as well, and they're going to be supporting the whole time. Let's do this. Turn this off. We'll go into their standby, because obviously that's what we want to do. We'll put them here. So yeah, we got only 2 links active with Gogeta. I believe it's just, yeah, Shocking Speed, I think is what that is. No, I think that's Fierce Battle. Yeah, that's Fierce Battle. We got Fierce Battle and Legendary Power active with them. So we're only at 366k defense right here. So defensively, we are on the lower end number. However, we are getting the plus 250%, or we do have the damage reduction by 50% right here. And we get the 250% defense on top of that. So yeah, defensively, we're much, much better. When we go into standby, you want to get these standbys out as soon as you can, because that is where you're going to get the most out of these Gammas. So we're going to do the same with, oh no, we can't do it with this one yet, huh? How do we want to do this? I mean, obviously we want, let's do it like this, though. Now, you know what? Let's leave them in slot 1. Let's just kind of see. So we can only get 1 AGL or 1 STR orb. So I guess we'll just get the 1 STR orb right here. We'll just give you all that, and we'll just get rid of all of these. So I probably should have checked their defense. So these ones are still in their base form. So obviously we only have, you can only do 1 standby at a time. So we have to wait until we drop the core breaker with the other one first. Though, yeah, so we got to get the core breaker with the other ones first. So we're getting super now. How much is this going to do to us? Nothing. Okay, so double digits. After they super, it's double digits. And then obviously we have this one who is just a, who's going to be their best linking partner. I mean, it's either Gamma 1 or Gamma 2. It's going to be their best linking partner unless you can get, like the standby Gamma 2 or Gamma 1 and 2 out there and link them together. Then you'll get all 7 active. So, I mean, so we've only done 1 super, 6 supers. I kind of want to build that up just a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of want to build that up just a little bit more. So let's keep them out there. And let's give you all of these AGL orbs. And then we'll give you all that. And then Gogeta in the back there. You can get all that. So I want to get as many supers as we can. Because I want to drop just a massive nuke on Gogeta's head. So yeah, that's 1 attack. Here's a 2nd attack. And then the nice thing is so Gamma 2 being on rotation, this Gamma 2 is the one that does a lot of additional supers. So he's going to be the one that's going to be dropping, or he's going to be the one raising our charge count here. And then if he doesn't take out this Gogeta, my Gogeta Blue will. And then he's going to do a lot of supers as well. So, well, we need supers. Oh, we only got one? Oh, this is not how I intended that to go. Of course, when I want to drop just a massive nuke, the game's telling me no. But I mean, Gogeta here, he's gonna additional super for sure. So we'll definitely build up that charge count here. Plus, we'll go into the next rotation as well, and we're still going to be building up with all those attacks too. And then when we can bring him out, we will make sure we get that massive core breaker. All right, so let's see, how are we looking here? I think we'll do it like this. I mean, defensively, I think we would be okay, but I still think Gamma 1 should be in slot 1 here for me. We'll get you the AGL orbs. How about that? And we will give you all of that. So we want the int orbs. Yeah, okay, so after Gamma 1 supers here, even if Gogeta supers us, I think we should still be okay. Honestly, if after the Gamma 1 and 2 super, I think they would be okay as well. But I just want to make sure that we can get into the next phase and drop that massive nuke on their head. And unfortunately, it's not with like my Gamma 1 and 2. But at least, you know, at least the friend unit he's rainbowed, link level 10 and everything. So, you know, either way, we would still see a very similar, response out of each unit. I mean, hell, you know, we're still popping off here. You know, 3 supers. I mean, even if Gogeta supered us right here, I think we would be okay, right? I hope. Actually, you know what? Super us. I want to see. I'm interested. Okay, or don't. He's gonna super this unit, isn't he? Oh, I really hope he doesn't. Please don't super them. Okay, there's 1 dodge. There's 2 dodge. 1 more. Oh, perfect. Okay. I built that unit full dodge, so they had to. Oh, we should have dropped the core breaker. I forgot that you can only do it the very next time that they're out. Well, I kind of fumbled that one, huh? Well, you know what? Do we? No, this is the Gamma showcase. As much as I would love for Beast Gohan to get in that first slot right there, let's show Gammas off here. We'll give him all of those int orbs. And Beast, we'll just give you these. Oh, I probably should have checked their defense. Oh, I did check their defense. They're like 700k, I think. So how much damage is this gonna do? So we are type disadvantage. We didn't super. To be expected. Okay, let me go back to that phase of the fight again, and make sure that we drop the core breaker this time. All right, so we are back here in this fight, and this was actually like an almost perfect run, to be honest. So I've got the Gammas linked up with each other, so we're getting full 7 links out of each other. And on top of that, we have the Krillin and 18 on support. So we're gonna drop the core breaker here. So we did get 11 charge count. So let's go ahead and drop this real quick, see how much damage this is gonna do to Gogeta. Oh, I forgot to have the animation turned on. Okay, so that only did 7 million damage. But now we can go into the active standby with the second one because the first one's over. So 7 links, and plus we're getting rotation from Krillin and 18 at the back there. So actually we'll leave it like this. So we will give you all of the STR orbs because we don't need the AGL ones anymore. We'll give you that 1 int orb, unfortunately, and hopefully you guys can survive that onslaught from the very back there. So 20 million attack stat. We only got 1 orb, so it's only a 20% chance to crit. But you know, we do have like very good damage reduction right now. Let's see, how much damage is this going to do to us? Because we do have 80% damage reduction. We have support. We have all 7 links active. We already supered. But we tanked a 2.2 million attack from Gogeta, basically. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Gammas in base form, I would say they're okay. But once you put him in the standby, and then once you get the actual Gamma 1 out by himself, the units they're much better. I mean, they actually are very good. Like, I don't want people to like downplay them or anything like that, because they are actually a very good unit. And I mean, they're pretty much a must run on a superheroes team. I mean, I don't think they're gonna withstand this onslaught, to be honest. Yeah, they're definitely not gonna withstand the onslaught from any of these guys. So let's have some fun with it, right? Do we want Beast to get the finishers? I guess, you know what? Screw it. We kind of seen exactly what the Gammas do. Again, they are a very good unit. Support wise, I mean, once you get the Gamma 1 out there, you get pretty much like 80% damage reduction. I mean, the units are pretty crazy. Like, they're pretty much a must run. Like I said, like I've been saying, they are a must run on superheroes team. I mean, granted, you know, signature pose and the other category that they lead, signature pose and join forces. Or sorry, defender of the justice and join forces. You can also run them on there just because they are still giving that 50% support to the entire rotation. So if you have someone like the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, like the physical LR, that just got an easy A. If you're running them on the team, throw these guys on. They're getting a 50% support boost from them. Honestly, anybody from like the Tournament of Power team, all of them are on superheroes, so all of them are going to get a 50% support. So it's like you may as well always run this unit if you have a majority superheroes, like superheroes category team. But yeah, I mean, like I said, they are pretty crazy. I didn't actually put any skill orbs on mine, so the ones that we were running without any skill orbs. So granted, I'm probably gonna put, you know, additionals and, well, actually no, I'm not gonna put anything on them because they have their own skill orbs from the Super Memorial Battle, which I still have yet to do. So once I get that done, I get the skill orbs from there, then I'll put them on here because they're for these units specifically. So I think that's what I'm going to wait and do. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. And if you did, consider hitting that like button. If you are new here, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.